Here in Italy, during this time of the pandemic, we have suffered a lot. And the reason of being is because people is not able to work. And they fear that we have listened to this criminal virus that came from China. They changed the name to COVID-19 so that people will not have the impression that it came from China. This is very interesting. You see, a picture, a name, can change your ideas. So no one is blaming China for the damage that has done in the United Kingdom, for instance, in the United States, in Italy, in Guatemala. So many people are beginning to speak that there is going to be another pandemic. And they say this because there is a new order that it wants to be placed upon countries in this earth. There is the economic desire to control people with their money, and so that they know what you buy, what you sell. And this is very dangerous because the Bible speaks about that one is going to have the power to control you and knows what you buy and what you sell. And I am very glad in myself that the United Kingdom is out of the European Union. Believe me, they have their own money and sovereignty. This is very important. Here in Italy, people speak about this, and they speak about the Italy exit. And it will be nice it can happen for me because we are controlled by Brussels. So I decided myself to buy this book. It's called in Italian, The Great Reset, From the Pandemia a una nuova normalità. E l'ho scritto, and this is been written by an economist. Her name is Ilaria Bifarini. È una signora che, this is a woman who finished her schooling, say in Cambridge, Oxford, but here in Italy. And she was educated as someone who believes in a very strong, powerful capitalism. But she saw that this is like a turbo machine where to consume, it creates more damage and it gives victories or advantages or wealth to a small group of people. It quotes at the beginning of the book because I just began to read it, the first 2 chapters. In Time magazine, I will be good to look at it because there is a group of powerful people, economic powerful people, who meets in a place called Davos in Switzerland, and they speak about the World Economic Forum. And they have an agenda by the year 2030 where they would like to have, a control of the people of what you buy and what you sell. And they're beginning to call this the Great Reset of the economy. So they want to restructure the economy like this European Union cultures, different cultures and languages, they have in common one coin. But something interesting happened in Italy in these months of the pandemic, which I would like to tell you that perhaps you do not know. What happened here is that the government put a program with a card to eliminate cash flow. So 6 million Italians, they got this card, they gave their bank account, IDs, all of it. The idea is that if you spend some money, the bank will give you cash back. But really at the end, this is beginning to make a list of people, who they are, where they are, when they buy, etc. Is the beginning of a new program they speak these people. So they want to change really what's taking place. And that's why they love this Pope Francis, because he speaks about the common house. They want to make the earth a common house for everyone. I don't know if you knew, but a year ago, Pope Francis invited many people to Rome this past May, but nothing took place because of the situation we live, where he wanted to begin to suggest that everyone should have the same schooling, the same education for all. So there are some agendas that they are called progressive in a sense because they are different to the ones we have, but these progressive agendas, you want to be very careful. For instance, I will make a video about what they speak of a book that a cardinal, Catholic cardinal who died, a group of cardinals who conspire against Benedict, the German Pope, who they still call the real Pope. And the one that there is now is part of this agenda, globalist agenda. So it is important that all of us begin to get some information about this agenda and these plans, because the idea at the end, it seems to control humankind in a structure where money and where you are and where you live is very important. Now, this is we must be informed. But on the other hand, let me say to you that this book, the Bible, also is a book of economics. You will be surprised that faith is mentioned here, and it is a book of faith. But if you read the Bible with the eyes of materialistic things, you will find that God is concerned about creation and everything that exists, everything that it moves, about money. For instance, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all those things shall be added unto you. Which means, God says, even the prophet Jeremiah, it says, the one who seeks God shall prosper. God will heal our land if we seek him. And when he speaks of healing, is to reestablish things with wholeness, wellness for all humankind. God is not desiring our poverty. God is not desiring that you take a vow of poverty. If you want to do it, so be it. But God, I don't think he appreciates that. He wants you to enjoy and to have life. Life in abundance. That is to say, I'm not saying that I am a turbo capitalista. No, but he wants you to have what you need in order to live in an average standard. And if you have more, the better. So the idea is that if you read this book, you will find things concerning how to prosper. God allowed me, for instance, to buy a house in Italy. A guy from Guatemala. When I was a young man, I was a small gangster in my family. But when I came to Christ, when I was 21 years old, I put my faith and I began to read this book in Spanish, in English, in Greek, in Hebrew, in Italian. And God, little by little, through all these years, has shown me how I should trust him with my money. And even now, today, that I have very small increase, no, I receive little money, I'm trusting him that in order for me to live in Europe, which is more expensive than Guatemala, he will provide me with the things I need through people and through my work. And that's why I'm hoping that this pagan year, 2021, through my work, God will supply the things that I need. So my recommendation is, let us all together get informed about what people are saying about the economy of this time, but also let us read this book and to see how God will provide for us. I finish with this verse. In times of dryness, the just person will have more than enough. Please share my videos, subscribe to my channel, and help me to offer this information and knowledge to many other people. Until next time.